What is going on, everyone? How's it going? Corey here. What is up, Ron? I am super excited today.
Dude, I'm excited. I cannot wait to get into the Get More workshop. It's something we've been planning for a while, but we want to keep it simple and to the point because we've been in those convoluted workshops before, and that's not what we wanted.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, right? Like, how can we make this simple? Or to the biz bros, how can we make this frictionless?
Frictionless.
All right. So to get us going, everyone, first off, definitely put in the comments below, hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're catching it later. But we definitely want to know what is going on and when you caught it. But, what else should we ask for, Ron? Maybe where's everybody from?
Where's everybody from? Let's see where we're at. We know we have some people from around the globe watching that have committed to being here. So let's make sure you do hashtag live and where you're from, or hashtag replay if you couldn't join us live.
And definitely smash the like button, smash the heart button, because if you know anything about Josh Forti, the more smashes, the more likes, the more hearts, the more that this message can get spread across the Facebook land.
That is right. That is right, guys. We want to get more of those, just like we want to help you get more visibility, traffic, and sales.
Definitely. All right. So let's get into this a little bit and talk about why we're doing this today, Ron.
Absolutely. Let's share the screen here if we can.
And don't worry, we don't have 100 different slides. We maybe have a dozen.
Maybe.
It's not a lot.
Maybe 12. And you may or may not have some homework because you got to be involved.
Definitely. Wouldn't be a good workshop if you didn't have a little bit of a to-do, because at the end of the day, we want you to walk away with the ability to get more. So visibility, get more visibility, get more traffic, get more sales workshop over the next 5 days. Our promise to you is we are going to help you get more.
Absolutely, guys. We want to make sure that everything you learn from these 5 days, you could put into practice on day 6.
Absolutely. Okay. So who are we and why should you listen? Well, definitely, I think you should listen because we're fun, we're awesome, and at the end of the day, we're here to help. But my name is Corey Carter. I am the co-host of a wonderful podcast called Hindsight Hacking. If you've never heard of it, go check it out. Honestly, I've been in the corporate world for over 25 years, running restaurants, running big teams, running teams across the country. And at the end of the day, corporate life just didn't work for me. I found myself missing my kid's life. I found myself traveling so much that my wife was raising him on her own. And at the end of the day, I had a great job, Ron. You remember, I had a great boss at the time, everything I liked about it, except for it took me away. And it came to a point when I literally missed 30 of 31 days during the month of October. How can a family not just survive in that, but thrive? It's impossible. And so I became a person on a mission to find a way out, to find something new. I had so much fear about leaving that corporate world, and I wasn't quite ready yet, but I had fear about leaving that amazing job. And so finally one day, though, I turned in the notice. I found something local, and I was lucky enough to meet my now business partner, Mr. Ron Cool, and it was, it was kind of serendipitous because at the same time, my wife, she ended up getting a promotion in her world, and all the money that I had left behind and left on the table that we were worried about paying bills from. I had faith when I left that we would find the right things, and lo and behold, we didn't even miss a single month of pay because she got that promotion, and it all had to happen so fast, and it was unplanned, and so it just goes to show everyone, you gotta just have a little faith when you need to take that leap, right? To get where you want to go, you got to take a little leap. You got to have a little faith, because my leap of faith, my fear that I had was for naught, because then I met Ron, and we then started building something that is pretty epic in my opinion. It wasn't online at that point, but it was pretty epic. And at the end of the day, it all started because we had found what our purpose was. And our purpose was to serve people and bring them to levels that they didn't know they could reach. And at the end of the day, like, our whole mantra of get more fits with everything we started doing when we exactly first met. So that's a little bit about me. I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids, and I now work from home and help build our business because of that little leap of faith. So at the end of the day, hashtag faith down below. I think somebody already posted it. So hashtag faith, let's join the fun. And definitely, Ron, tell us about you.
Yeah, guys. So Ron Cool here. As Corey said, he is a father. I'm a father as well. I have 3 little kids with my wife. And, my story is a little bit different. I had a corporate job, but I also dabbled in network marketing. And that was something I had some great success in. And when my wife was pregnant with our 3rd child, those questions about, hey, do we have time to actually spend with our family? Right. So I started my search because I wanted time freedom, and I wanted something that I could work from home, which I do now. I'm actually in Arizona working right now.
Work from Arizona, anywhere.
But when we started searching for something, we wanted to find that time freedom. And like Corey, I've worked up that corporate ladder, and I realized I was a bad employee. And what I mean by that is I just wanted to do things my way. And that works when you're the boss. But if you have a boss, that's probably not as good. So we started searching for something that we time crave that we were wanting. Corey coming from the corporate world, and I came from the networking world, which, that gave me a lot of time. The problem that I was running into with network marketing is trying to find people over and over to do things, in that recruiting piece. It was exhausting. And that was something I also didn't want. I wanted the time freedom. So we had to find a different way to be able to accomplish our needs. And like Corey said, we started out originally going in-person seminars, and we wanted to really help impact people. And we're like, gosh, we can probably impact 10 to 15 people if we're doing these seminars. But then we decided, hey, Corey found online space, and let's take it online, and we can help hundreds of people instead of just the 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And minus the fact that it squirreled us for about a year, this whole switch from in-person to online, because the possibilities are endless when you're online, right? And the number of people that you can meet, and the number of amazing people that are doing some great things out there, like, it's just incredible. And so, but it's funny, we circled back almost to the exact same place, only it's just online. It's pretty amazing, because it figured out, we had to figure out who we wanted to serve, how we wanted to serve them. And it's been a wild ride, a wild journey. And, I think that might be enough about us, because at the end of the day, we're here for you. Like,
yeah.
Let's go through why should everybody pay attention over the next 5 days?
Why are we here?
We've got something fun in store for you all for sure. Okay, the Get More workshop. By the end of these 5 days, we want to make sure that you will have a complete visibility creation strategy for your specific offer ready to go. So those who complete the workshop will be offered special access to additional OPP training. Oh yeah, you heard me. We'll get into that in a minute. But at the end of the day, if you can walk away and go double your audience size overnight, wouldn't that be pretty awesome?
Guys, this is what, we created this system because we were stuck. We were in a position that we didn't know exactly what to do. So we started testing things on our business and what we wanted to accomplish. And we found this system that we were able to replicate over and over again. And instead of waiting till day 5 to talk about it, we're going to talk about it on day 1 today. So we're going to get right into it. The OPP framework, right? And we'll explain what OPP means in just a second. And then day 2, we're going to talk about CAMP, the steps in the OPP framework. And we're going to really talk about C, which is climb out of that Dream 100 rut.
Definitely. So everyone, hopefully, if you are over the age of 25, anytime someone says OPP, what do you think?
You know me.
You know me. All right. So hashtag OPP down below, and definitely let us know if you remember that song. But no, we're not talking about that famous song right now. So day 3, once you get into the camp, we're going to talk about the A, which is amplify you and how to get visible. But day 4, we're going to tell you, don't listen to what mom says, because mom says don't play in traffic, but we want you to go and play in traffic.
Then once you're done playing in traffic, or while you're playing in traffic, we're also going to tell you how to pitch hike, because you're not supposed to hitchhike. So we're going to tell you how to pitch hike, and we're going to get into more of that in just a little bit. We don't want to ruin the surprise.
All right. So that's kind of the story of what we're going to go through for the next 5 days. But while everyone is really here because they want to get more visibility, get more traffic, which ultimately will lead to more sales. So Ron and I, we want to talk a little bit about visibility. Right now, there's so many things that a person, a business owner could do to get visible in this online space, even though there's so many people here nowadays, and the whole COVID aspect changed so many people to be online as well, right? Like, it's just getting fuller. But I promise you, there is enough for all of us. There is enough that we can all win in this world, but you're never going to win if nobody knows who you are. Okay. So we want to tell some stories. We want to talk about getting visible and visibility in general. So I'm going to ask Ron a few questions, and we're going to kind of go through this a little back and forth. We might show you a video. I think we've got a video, maybe 2. Maybe two. Okay. So visibility, Ron, this key thing. If anybody follows Russell Brunson, Steve Larson, what's the number one thing they say that a person needs to do to get visible?
Publish.
Okay. So publish. Okay. Now, for us, our venture into publishing started with a podcast, because at the end of the day, like, and still am huge into podcasts. I would listen to them every single day. Back when I actually had to drive around, I would actually listen to them on my way to work, my way home from work. Like, it was always a podcast going on, because I find so much value in learning from people with the different subjects that they were teaching. So Ron, tell us about our venture into the podcast world.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So we decided to get into podcasting mostly because Corey liked podcasting, and I just thought it'd be cool to have a radio show, and that's what I figured podcasting was a radio show. And so we got into this program to launch, And at the end of the day, we really didn't know what we were wanting to use the podcast for or a name. So we picked Hindsight Hacking. So the reason for Hindsight Hacking and the whole premise is we will interview highly successful entrepreneurs hacking their hindsight to give you better foresight. That sounds awesome. Sounded like a great show. So that's what we ran with. How we named it was Hindsight because 2020 is hindsight. We launched January 1st, 2020. So that made sense. And hacking was just a word everyone was using. So we just put those together and we created a show around it and we started publishing. And as we started publishing, we started getting recognized a little bit more through the guests we were having, through our conversations, through the publishing platform of podcasting. And that kind of led us into the next iteration of becoming visible and publishing.
Yeah. So the whole world of podcasting, so if you are worried you don't have a message, I promise you can figure it out. And we help tons of people in this realm now. If you are worried, why would people listen to you? I promise you people will listen. And at the end of the day, finding your voice in the process is one of the things that you'll discover this path. And so Ron and I, we were just a mess. And you listen to episode 1 to episode 77, and it's a clear difference. But at the end of the day,
a clear difference.
We didn't really know what we wanted to do in so many ways. And so we used our podcast as free coaching. We kept asking these amazing guests to come on our show and teach us, right? Like it was perfect. So I promise you, if you want to learn from somebody and you have a podcast, you'll be on your way to getting some free coaching from them. So there's so many different reasons for a person to do podcasts, but is podcasting the only way?
Nope. So I'm sure everybody in this Facebook group is going to be asked to do an intro, right? Or if you're in other Facebook groups or you've participated in homework type events, you've been asked to go live to share, right? That is just part of the process, creating that community. And there's rules around that because they don't want it branded and being a branded thing for your particular piece. Have you heard of that before, Corey?
I have. I've been a lot of places where the first thing is all about the rules of the group, right? Yep. So one, if you have your own group, you create your own rules, right? And you can have it however you want. But so from a publishing standpoint, if you don't want to do a podcast, there's other avenues. Don't get stuck on just podcasting. You can do Facebook, you can do a blog, you can be a writer, you can, whatever you want to do. There's so many avenues. But back to circle what Ron's talking about with visibility, there is a way around the rules. And I think instead of talking about it, let's show a video. And
let's show a couple.
So then we can actually explain it and explain the reasons.
Correct. So we're gonna share a couple with you guys. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but we're gonna watch one. We'll kind of dissect why we did what we did, and then explain the branding piece behind it. And then we'll watch the second video and do the exact same thing. Okay, because there's two different examples. One is a pure intro to a group. Where the group owner usually says, hey, introduce yourself, say where you're from, all this stuff. And then the second one is more of an answer to homework. And they're both branded. One is more branded than the other. So the group owner loved them and started commenting on it. So it was phenomenal. But you'll see in just a sec. So let's get to this. We'll do the branded intro video first.
Hey, everyone. Corey Carter here.
And I'm Ron Cool.
And we wanted to make a fun little intro video because we wouldn't be us without it.
That's right, guys. We love bringing these to you. We're happy that you guys are enjoying them. And so we, as you can see, created a couple.
So a little bit about us and why Launch and Scale Coach.
All right. So that is the intro video where we have multiple different iterations of that, where if we're in a group and we're asked for an intro video, that is the most branded we've ever done on our intro videos. Would you not agree, Corey?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we go into it, and every time it's different, and sometimes we are more branded what the other group owner is, right? But that one was a specific intro about us, right? And so to showcase about us, we had to brand it, and every single person within that group and that group owners, like they all enjoyed it. They all thought it was entertaining enough that the branding didn't matter. And at the end of the day, people then knew us for the hindsight hacking because it's there, right? Like Corey, Ron, hindsight hacking, like all three names were there. As much as them knowing Ron Cool, they also saw the hindsight hacking, or Corey Carter, they saw the hindsight hacking. And so we were able to just start associating all three of these names together with every single aspect that we were doing.
Yep. So this one is answer to homework. Okay. So let's get this one added up here.
Oh man, Ron! Oh, that last 90 minutes on day 2 of this workshop was straight amazing and edutainment at its best.
Oh my gosh, guys! If you didn't get a chance to watch it live, definitely check out the replay. Okay, so on that one, did you guys see our logo?
There was definitely more about Catherine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Catherine Jones. If you didn't catch her workshop, it was pretty epic. And at the end of the day, we were out there trying to edify her and her workshop and everything like that. But we still stood out amongst the crowd, right?
And so 2 things. One, our logo was still on there. Our names were still on there. We did stand out. And simultaneously, we kind of showed what we can do for other people in the space as well.
Yeah. So Ron, what does a person do if they don't have the tech skills to make a video like that?
They can find a who. I mean, that's the easiest way. Find someone that can make you a branded video where it's a branded shell, and then you just create different videos that go over the shell. So it's just an overlay. It's super simple. And we may have a future workshop in the future that actually will walk you through how to make one of these.
Okay, so that's perfect. Find a who. But what about when you're doing something like, today, I'm pretty sure we are going to ask them to do a little homework, like that homework video we did for Catherine's workshop. What do you think? Like, how do they stand out? Because I don't know if everyone's going to want or have the ability to just do a video like that today. How can they stand out?
They could stand out by different camera views. They could stand out by obviously going live is different than just a picture with text. It's very well known that people watch a video more so than just a still shot and reading. So that's the easiest way, is a live video in the group, which we are going to ask you guys to do if you want to. And if you feel comfortable, go live in the group. Get used to it. It's a safe place.
Yeah, absolutely. So have fun, right? Like that's part of the thing that we started with it. We're like, let's just go have a little fun with this, right? Like, obviously the tech skills were there to make something truly fun, but if you can actually go and have a little fun with whatever's asked of you, like, otherwise, what's the point? So there's so many groups that you're doing, introducing yourself. There's so many. I think I belong to like 162 groups, and I probably am light on groups compared to others. And so if you're going to go in there, don't just go have some fun. Be you, but be louder, right? Like, just go have fun. And that's part of the whole track or path, if you will, to get that visibility, right? So if you can't make a video that's branded and all that fun stuff, there's other things like this StreamYard. We're on StreamYard for everyone's watching, right? Like, there's no production behind StreamYard. You literally have a logo that you can put in there, and then you're done, right? And obviously we have a little bit more with, again, Ron has the tech skills, but you don't have to have all that. You can literally find a way to get your logo for your business one time, And then everything you record is always on that screen. And then people can say, Heather, and then sees her logo every time. And they have a picture in the mind, or Melissa, like every time, right? Like all of you can always have your logo on your videos that you're recording. There's so many different ways that you can brand yourself without getting in trouble and branding yourself, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So get more visibility, traffic, and sales. And ultimately, the whole aspect of visibility, it goes so much deeper than anything paid. And so we are just giving you a couple tips on visibility, just to go have fun with it and create something new. But for those of you that are paying attention, I guess you might be asking, who is this workshop for and who is it not? So Ron and everyone out there, I promise you this workshop is for you if you're an agency owner or a coach, a consultant, a course creator, a digital product seller, an affiliate marketer, a network marketer, a digital service provider, a SaaS seller, social media managers. Oh my gosh, it's for so many of you if you're online and trying to make a presence known in this online world.
Yeah.
Ron, who's this not for?
It is not for somebody that doesn't want to be online or have an online presence.
Okay. I mean, I think we got it covered. So if you don't want any presence online, definitely hop off now. There's probably a better aspect or a better training for you out there. But if you do want a presence online, stay tuned. We're going to keep going through it.
Yep, absolutely, guys. So let's talk about the OPP framework. So
yeah, you know me.
There you go. You got to do that every once in a while. I need a button that does that. All right.
Oh, that's what we need.
OPP stands for offers, partners, profits, right? Because we all want the last P, but in order to get to the last P, you got to follow the framework and our steps: offers, partners, profits. So, Corey, what is an offer?
Oh, perfect. Ron, I am so glad that you asked. And right now, hashtag offers in the comments below, because at the end of the day, we're just going to talk about an offer a little bit. And so I've got an eraser right here. So is this an offer? If someone can buy it.
It's not an offer.
It's not an offer, right? Like it's just a product. Okay. So at the end of the day, if you are just selling a single product by itself, an eraser, a pen, or whatever, buy 10 of them. Like if they're $1 and you one for $1, if it's 10 for 10, right? Like there's no real offer. It just is a single product piece of thing. But now to create an offer, it's got to involve more than just the product itself. Okay. So I might have this eraser that's $1. But if I want to make an offer out of it, right? Like what can I add to it? I can add, maybe it's a full pack of a marker and an offer. And maybe it comes with a whiteboard that has some training or doodling from Russell Brunson, right? Like you can go through and it's more than just this one piece of item. Or I think the phone, Russell Brunson has told the story of his phone is not an offer, right? Like his phone by itself, an iPhone, all of us can go buy an iPhone and for $1,000 or whatever the numbers are, but he could probably sell his iPhone for 20,000, because if in his iPhone, he's going to give us all the context. He's going to give us all the audio books that he listens to. He's going to give us all the information in there, right? Like that alone, that could be a $50,000 phone if given all that in the right context, right? So building an offer is super, super important versus just selling a product, right? So offers are key to making your way to an actual experience, right? Like offer is your key to making it in this space, right? Like I can sell you, again, one black and white thing to build a funnel, or Ron can sell you one black and white to build you a logo, right? But if we want to build you a funnel with the graphics, and we want to help you get that funnel launched and get the sequence, and we want to help you actually get it from start to finish and the coaching through it, and to help you with the videos, right? Like there's an offer in there from a funnel sales process versus just a graphic or just a funnel or just something, right? Like, so think about, folks, you have an actual offer that you need to build. And more details to that in so many different places. We'll do it at another time, but we wanted to give you a slight little information just in case you were unsure of an offer that you have, because think about it. If you're selling just one little thing, can you make an offer out of it? Can you offer something that's worth more than just that one little thing to build the value and build the excitement around it? So that's a little bit of teaser on the offer. Ron, what do we got next in the partners process?
Guys, partners. Have you had a partner? So let's touch base on that just a little bit. So obviously Corey and I are partners, and we work well together because we have the same values. We're looking for the same things. Doesn't mean we're going to go about it the same way, but we've partnered together for our business. So that's one type of partnership. Another is a joint venture partner, right? Which is what we will talk about more throughout this process and over the next 5 days. So a joint venture, let's say Corey is selling peanut butter and he has 500 people in his group that buy peanut butter from Corey. Okay. And I have jelly, and I have 500 people in my group that buy Ron's jelly. So if I connect with Corey because our offers could go together well, and I say, hey, Corey, can I go in your group and sell my jelly, and you can come in my group and sell your peanut butter, and then we'll just split the profits. Right?
I love it. Let's make some PB and J's, buddy.
So now Corey come in my group, pitch his peanut butter, and let's say his peanut butter is really, really good, so it's $1,000 because it's really good and it's crunchy and it's nice and crunchy. So it's $1,000 peanut butter. He'll get 500 and I'll get 500 because it was my group of jelly lovers, right? And but he's now just simultaneously increased his visibility.
Yeah. All right. So let's give a couple other examples on a partners, a JV partner run. So sometimes you have someone that will just come into your group and sell to your audience, and then you get some of the profits because some of your people actually buy it, right? So Catherine Jones does that. She goes into several groups, and then she pitches, and it's just kind of a unified front, but nobody else, the other person isn't necessarily pitching other than maybe they are offering some of their own bonuses, right? Offering some other incentives to it, but they're not necessarily pitching their own product, right? So there's that's one way that you could partner with it. And another way though is like you're talking about the peanut butter and the jelly. Like, do you have something that complements? So Heather Hargrove, she's great. She built our bots for this, right? And she actually
lives because of Heather.
Yes. So we could go sell a funnel service, but a great funnel also could use a good bot system, right? And so like those are two offers that can kind of complement each other. So thinking about your offer and how does it and can it complement with others? So I'm not going to go sell our podcast editing services to somebody that's doing podcast editing. Like that doesn't make sense, right? But I may go, if someone else is doing podcast creation, I may go try to partner with them because we're doing the editing, right? So there's all these different things. There's endless possibilities with how people can work together through partners, right? So figure out the offers, figuring out the partners, and then what happens?
Then you find money.
Exactly, right?
Hold on.
Got you off guard. Okay. So with the right offer, the right partners equals more profits for you and your partner, right? So that is the simple version of offers, partners, and profits. And at the end of the day, there's endless possibilities with this whole thing, finding the right thing. So Ron, let's circle back though. What if I have a coaching business and that's part of my offer? Like how can I find a partner? Like what do you think would be a good system for that?
Well, I think it kind of, let's just use this one. Let's say you coach mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else coaches how to launch a funnel, right? Most processes include some type of mindset coach, correct? So you want to get everybody in the right mindset to make sure that they understand what we're doing. Like here, we want to make sure you understand. We want to help you get your offer right. And you guys can truly do this through partners to help increase your visibility, traffic, and sales, right? But let's say that coach needs to come in and offer you some mindset to help with that. You can partner and put your offer together in a way that you're complementing someone's offer and not taking over their offer.
Yeah. And so there's 1,000 different coaches that all do different things, different pieces, different, they have different strengths, right? So I love that. Every single course, program, or anything out there, they may not always talk about it, but mindset is probably in every single one of them. The first week, the first day, whatever it is, there's mindset, right? So there's coaches that are amazing at mindset only. And if you can help get people in the right frame of mind, guess what? Then you can teach them the rest of the stuff, the logical stuff, right? Like the mindset will help the emotion, and the rest of the, items within whatever program is out there can help with the bits and pieces and the nuts and bolts, if you will, right? So that is one way. Another thing is, what if I've had a partner in the past and it didn't go well? Should I stop looking?
Absolutely not. So I think we've all had a bad relationship. It doesn't mean you shut down relationships in general, right? So I'm going to just talk on a personal level for a minute. So I was married, got a divorce, and now I'm remarried. It doesn't mean I gave up on marriage or relationships altogether and hid in my house, right? No, I learned from the mistakes that I made in the first relationship so I can be a better partner in the next relationship. So you have to take accountability for the stuff you did wrong or did right, and then find the right match of a person that complements who you are as a person.
Absolutely. All right. So #partners down below. Tell us, have you had any JV partners? Have you had business partners? And now you're like, oh, I'm scared, right? So if you are afraid, if you have a little fear, have no more worry, because Ron and I are here. And at the end of the day, part of our program that we do, and part of our whole goal, is to help people connect in that level that they don't have to think about the whole partnership, right? Like they can just both come in and know what's expected from each other on a 50-50 level, right? Like know what's expected from each other in a way that makes it simple for the partnership to happen and for the partnership to thrive, right? All right. So definitely offer, partner, profit. And when you work with someone like Ron and I, then it gets a chance to make it easy. If you don't work with us, no big deal, but just go into it knowing every single aspect of a life, you can have a bad partnership, a bad relationship, as Ron just alluded to, a marriage, right? We've all had friendships that have not worked out. I promise. We've all had bosses that have not worked out, and we've all had, business relationships that just haven't worked out, but we still go forward, because at the end of the day, what's a business without relationships? And so take away the fear and find out how can you get the right offer, or get your offer with the right person to form that relationship, form that partnership. And at the end of the day, it just works out for more sales for you, right?
Yeah, guys, and we're here to walk you through that process. So through our framework, we're going to help you work through your offer and how it can complement and what type of people you are looking for to possibly do a joint venture partnership with.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the homework, right? So this is our whole goal, is to not keep you on a call alive for too long. Our whole goal is to move forward, right? Like this isn't a Ron and Corey talk at me. This is a way to actually move forward and make some steps in my business, in your business, in someone's business, to have some wins. All right. So first thing on the homework today And at the end of the day, it should be the first thing that we all do every single day with ourselves. And that is make a contract, a commitment to truly find a way to move forward. And in this case, find a way to get more.
You guys, we want to make sure that you're playing all out. It's 5 days, it's free. And frankly, usually free things, people don't play full out. We want you to play full out like you had to pay for this course, because we are not trying to treat this as a free course. So make sure you're involved, you're playing out, you're answering the questions. The questions that we ask, they are thought-provoking. Take time to answer them, okay? So make sure you set aside 15 minutes a day for the next 5 days outside of these calls. And I promise you, an hour for the call, 15 minutes for the homework. Unless you want to do more, that's the commitment we're asking for.
Yeah. And today, right, we're going to be less than an hour. Okay. Because we respect your time as much as we respect our own, right? Like we don't want to just add a 90-minute call because we want to add 90 minutes. No, we want to get to the point. We want to tell you what's the whole goal of this. And at the end of the day, let's move forward. Let's go get more. What do you say? Okay. So homework, there's a couple pages, a couple questions. I think maybe it was 6, but we're going to ask you a little bit about visibility and, where do you feel you are at? How are you looking at visibility pre the conversation on visibility today? Like what are your thoughts just on visibility? So Ron, one more time, let's tell me a story about visibility and how awesome it is to do things differently.
Guys, I will tell you, there's more people that know Corey and I from the silly little videos that we do online than they know us for anything else. And we've done a lot more of other things, but people remember the silly little videos. We've done little skits and they're all branded. And 9 times out of 10, people will come back and want to be clients with us or work with us because we were just our genuine self and we had fun. We were just enjoying it. And we get so many compliments from these types of videos that we wanted to share those with you.
Yeah. So how can you find a way to enjoy the process? How can you find a way to stand out and get noticed by people without spending a bunch of money, right? Without doing you and I did some Facebook ads for this workshop, but at the end of the day,
that's the first time
we've never done Facebook ads for agency.
Yes. And our agency's grown from 0 to 80 grand. Boom, gone. Yeah. Right.
In 90 days.
Understand, we're going to ask you in part of your homework to go into our group and introduce yourself. I want to see some creative ways of doing that. Don't stress about it. I'm just interested.
Yeah. If you're creative with even what you say, right? Like you can be creative visually or verbally with what you say, but go in, introduce yourself, and actually just have some fun, enjoy the process. But think about homework. Question number 1 is all about the visibility. What are you doing to be visible to your audience, to your customers? The next page, I think it's all about some traffic, right? Like we want to kind of gauge where everyone's at on where you're currently getting your audience and your customers from.
Yep.
And then at the end of the day, let's talk some partners, right? Like near the end of the homework is all about partners. Have you had any actual partners to help move your own business forward?
Yep. So homework, finish print out everything if possible. Take a picture with yourself, whatever that is, with your commitment sheet, sign it, date it, that you are here to be playing full out. Take the time, do the homework, go into the group, introduce yourself, share your takeaways, share your learning about visibility specifically, and then what you're looking forward to the most this week.
Yep. All right. So again, we're here to respect your time, our time, everyone's time. Let's just go win. Let's just go get more. So that is all we got today. go get more. We're going to drop the link for the homework in the comments below. We're going to add it in multiple different places for everyone along with this replay. So definitely go grab the homework, go do it now, come live, tell us all about it, and share at least the one takeaway from today, all about your visibility learning. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And we will see you same bat channel, same bat time tomorrow.
Guys, we're excited that you've decided to get more and join our free 5-day workshop. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, but I'm also looking forward to seeing you guys live in the group or however you come creatively in the group to introduce you.